We're making oatmeal chocolate chip cookies this morning, all for a very great cause. Amber Vandermeer has been a part of the Richmond chapter of Cookies for Kids Cancer campaign, and she's ready to share a personal connection to it. Proceeds from the annual bake sale will help raise awareness to fight pediatric cancer. The sale is coming up this Saturday, and Amber's here with the sweet details. It's great to see you again.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Hard to believe it's been a year.
Yes, time flies.
It does. You've been doing some wonderful things. Tell us about getting the project started.
Okay, so 6 years ago when we had our first sale, a group got together that used to work with Gretchen Holt-Witt. She is actually the founder of Cookies for Kids Cancer and used to live in Richmond. So a bunch of her former employees got together and wanted to make a difference and got a hold of lots of good cookies in Richmond all over, and we started our first citywide bake sale.
Wow.
And it's continued every year. This will be our 7th annual this coming Saturday.
How much has been raised so far?
So just with our Richmond sales, we've raised over $400,000.
Wow,
Yes.
a big contribution.
Absolutely, all for pediatric cancer research. So those clinical trials, which are crucial for kids, you always want to make sure you've got different avenues to go down, different things to try when something doesn't work. And my son, for example, went through 3 different clinical trials, and that's how we got him into remission.
And congratulations on that. We were just talking before we got started this morning, and I was congratulating Amber on that and the fact that you got here on time, because I think everybody's scrambling today. We could all use a little TLC, a little hug later when the kids do get home. Show us how to put the cookies together.
Okay, sure. So I've already put together the 2 sticks of butter, and then there's a cup of brown sugar and a cup of granulated sugar in here. So I've already whipped those together. The only other wet ingredients are vanilla and eggs. So we'll just go ahead and add those in carefully.
And Bear headed off today.
Yes, first day of middle school today.
That is fantastic.
Quite exciting. Got to smell vanilla. Sorry, that's a tradition for us, the kids.
I was thinking, does it go bad? I don't
No,
usually sniff
just
my vanilla. I should.
Smell that.
Okay, now I'm part of the club. It smells good.
All right, so we're gonna mix this up. First, I'll lift the spatula up. So obviously you would do a really thorough job getting this mixed in. And then after that, we're gonna start on the wet ingredients.
Okay.
So in this bowl, we're gonna go ahead, I've just pre-measured this out for us.
On the dry ingredients.
Yes,
okay.
So we've got our flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. So we're gonna put those in here.
How many folks are involved with the campaign this year?
I don't know an exact number, but I mean, there will be sales all over town. In addition to that, our funds will be matched by OXO. So you can see I've got my OXO products here. So everything's gonna be doubled. And also, if you shop down in Carytown or in the shops at West Hampton, a lot of merchants there are also donating a portion of their proceeds from next Saturday. So that's another great way. If you don't want to eat cookies or buy cookies, that's another wonderful way you can contribute. All right, so we've got our oats, our flour, and the other dry ingredients all mixed together here. This is what goes into your blender next,
okay.
Your mixer.
And it's not just one recipe. Everybody's making all sorts of different ones.
So we have a sponsor, Jacqueline's out of Massachusetts. That company has donated 20,000 cookies to us.
Wow.
So each bake sale gets sort of a base number of cookies provided, and then on top of that, we have our friends and family that contribute and make their favorite type of cookies.
Their family recipe, tried and true.
Exactly. All right, so you get your dry ingredients mixed in with your wet ingredients here.
Now, Amber, did we rush the gate? Because you put all of it in there. And normally I feel like you have to dole out a scoop, no?
Yeah, this is pretty much how I cook. I just put it in there. And it worked yesterday, so I'm going with it again. All right, chocolate chips, of course, I'm gonna think of this as just about the most important ingredient.
Yes.
And then nuts are optional. I did put walnuts in mine, but again, that's a personal preference. So I'm gonna leave those out for today. This other batch does have nuts in it,
but
though.
know that you can put them in as a nice addition.
Exactly. So give this a little mix up. It is thick, of course.
And for folks just learning about it today, even though it is the 7th annual, can they still get involved, or would they need to volunteer? I mean, you could either volunteer or make cookies or just...
I would say if somebody showed up to my bake sale and wanted to help out, we've got a lot of kids that are trying to get their volunteer hours and that type of thing. I would welcome anyone. I would support them and say I'd put them right to work for us.
And then learn what to do, and maybe next year you can
host
participate.
your own sale. Okay. Exactly. All right, so once this is thoroughly mixed, I used my very handy cookie scooper, 1.5 teaspoons on the parchment paper. It bakes for 12 to 15 minutes at 350 degrees, and then you come out with these beautiful oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Like I said, mine have walnuts in them, but you could do that with or without the nuts. And the recipe is in the Cookies for Kids Cancer cookbook.
Excellent. So a whole bunch of recipes posted there to share. Don't show my
Yes.
husband, because I think that one is his absolute favorite. Right there, the little jam thumbelinas. You know, for everyone watching today, if you have picked up some of the many things about how this contributes in the community, another important thing, you may think this seems superfluous. Like, why do we need an ice cream scoop? It is the best tool ever for making them look so uniform.
Makes beautiful cookies, and my 9-year-old daughter couldn't get enough of it, which was excellent because she was working on that while I was getting the cookies in the oven. So we just had like a regular old assembly line going, so it was perfect.
This the sale will also continue downtown this Friday. Is that
Yes,
right?
the trolley will be downtown this Friday. I believe they start at 10:30. We've done that every year as well. People come out on their lunch hour, grab their food, and they grab a cookie. And it's interesting how many people come to the bake sale each year and say, "We've been waiting for this all year, you know, waiting for you guys to be here again," and we'll be here.
That's fantastic. So Wynn Transportation donates that trolley, and then
Exactly.
that's just a mobile bake sale going on downtown. Makes
So that
it
kind of
easy.
kicks us off on Friday, and then the bake sales all over town Saturday. Like I said, the merchants helping us out in West Hampton as well as Carytown, and then all that money going straight to clinical trials, pediatric cancer research.
It was launched largely because that work is being completely underfunded.
Yes, National Institute for Cancer Research donates, unfortunately, only 4% of their total budget goes to all forms of pediatric cancer. So it's sad to think about, you know, when you've got so many kids that we know that are in the fight and unfortunately have earned their wings. But there are success stories, and I'd like to think it's because of these types of things, people raising money like this, it all makes a difference.
Amber, thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
And share our congrats to Bear for
I will.
hitting middle school today. Richmond's 7th annual citywide Cookies for Kids Cancer Bake Sale is coming up on Saturday, September 10th at various locations all around Richmond. Find out more. We'll have a link on our website, WTVR.com/VTM later today. We wish you the best of luck Saturday, and get your money ready so you can head downtown for that mobile bake sale on Friday.